Welcome back for the second match of this with this deck. We're currently in a league, already played one round, and here it goes for match number 2. I just uploaded the last round yesterday to test some audio. I think it should be better now, and see if we can flip some coins with Krark and get some hits. As for this hand, so we have 2 lightning bolts per in Delver, 3 lands. In general, it's okay as long as our opponent is doing fair stuff. It's okay, since we can't really dig for forces or anything with this preordained, since we don't have any other blue cards. But we're gonna keep it. Hope our opponent is on a fair deck, and we'll see. Turn 1 Shadow of the Void would be annoying. Oh, it's in Astrolabe. That means that it's probably a fair deck, though I don't expect our lightning bolts to be all that great. Krark could be good here. I'm gonna start on a basic land here. They could run wastelands. Not very likely, but I don't think we need to put ourselves in a bad position here. If they are something like Snow Control, we can pair our Krark and Karkas and go for a very mana intensive slow game, but we'll see. Ooh, Sylvan Library is a tough one. We're not gonna go for a very long slow game, but we might get there with some copied lightning bolts, maybe. Let's see what Delver shows us. Dreadorder Keenest. We won't reveal it, but I am very happy to see it. So. Most decks, most control decks at the moment don't run that many sweepers, so I'm just not gonna play around it and just jam my stuff. Yeah, get all the advantage you want, opponent. Well, all our shields are down. Do your best. Oh, comes Astrolabe. Spending mana on that is definitely not their best. Or basics. Okay. Here's the blue, so we're gonna keep Kotal in mind, of course. Force of Will, I'll definitely reveal that. So now this is an interesting point, since keeping a blue card Force of Will is obviously great, but we really want to double up the preordain with Arcanist. I'm gonna look to get like either a Daze or a blue card with the preordain. Since I don't want to lose my Arcanist or Delver to their Ice Fang if the Lightning Bolt gets fought over. So I'm just gonna start off with a preordain. Hope we can find a Daze or a blue card. The Ponder isn't the best, but I'm gonna keep it. I do already have a lot of threats and I'm light on interaction, so I'm gonna bottom the Young Pyromancer and top the Ponder here. I think there's a consideration to keep the Young Pyromancer, but only if we play it this turn before we attack, and I honestly don't think that we can afford to tap out here before we attack. So this is Source Closures then. Okay, well, nothing we can do about that. And here's just it's a bit risky because we are basically going down the option to Force Will something, but I'm just gonna run out of Krark. If we're very low in red mana, but if we hit more, we can really burn them out very. And we're gonna be out of our Force Will this turn. If they don't do anything too nasty this turn, next turn we can keep our Karakas up and always bounce our own Krark in response to the nasty spell they're trying to resolve. So this is basically the turn where we have to pray. And I hope there's no... I don't think a sweeper is even that bad for us, but it's not an efficient proactive turn. Nothing that gets them on the board too strongly. Hero is perfectly fine here. because we have so much going on and we just need time. It's fine now. It's gonna be a problem when it's in play maybe, but for now, them spending a lot of mana to draw a card and gain some life is fine. Now we get to untap with a Krark and a Carcass. They might have another removal spell here. Would be a shame because I really want to spend this blue mana on Ponder. Yeah, they're giving us a lightning bolt target. I think that's enough here. Just gonna try to get a value from the Krark. It's annoying that they get a double spell now. Yeah. So that's great. This gives us more mana, which means we can cast our spells more times. We can spend this blue mana on lightning bolt anyway, so we're just gonna cast upon there no matter what. So here we go, first Krark flip, and we lost. Of course. Now what I want to do is I really want to get this attack in, so I'm just gonna try to bolt first and see where that leads us. And that leads us not where we want to be, but I'm just gonna try again. I don't think it's worth bouncing a Krark yet. I don't think they're gonna fight over this lightning bolt, so I'm just gonna target their face here. Now we get a big attack in. If they tap very low for Uro, I'm gonna consider Carcass bouncing the Krark and forcing it. Let's see, they go up to 12, so even if we flip correct on this is only 9 damage. So if we force it and we replay this, we can actually have lethal. They have nothing else. But that doesn't mean we spend our red and blue mana on the next turn. No, Carcass only getting 1 flip. This is not ideal. But if they gain 3, we for sure don't have lethal, and they'll have a giant blocker, which also negates our damage from Krark. If they tap low enough that they're just not for sure not doing anything else this turn, that's when I might consider going for the 4. So let's see what they do. If they flash it back now, I think I'm gonna bounce Krark in the fight. It's offering them too much here, and they can't easily recast it, so if we do get the counter, it's gonna be really good for us. So if this resolves, they go to 11, bounce it, attack for 5. Yeah, the copied lightning bolt is still lethal. Yeah, I'm not loving it, but I think we're giving up too much tempo to bounce our on Krark and then need to flip here. And like we can bounce it, we can also double lightning bolt it, but I would really want to kill them on this turn. So even though it makes our Krark vulnerable, I really want to get this Carcass activation here. Let's see. I really want to kill them this turn. So getting 2 flips and lightning bolts is probably better than anything else. Yeah, I'm gonna attack first. They didn't make a land drop, so they can't flash in the Ice Fang here. And I'm just gonna go for it to see if we get there. Targets, see if this resolves, and now if they counter either of these, we can always bounce our Krark and force back. We're gonna cling our Arcanist to gain 3 life. So there's 4 cards in hand, of which 1 is an Euro. We can bounce, force, and Then we let them go to 3 and then play Young Pyromancer Ponder that wins. Gonna be close here. Like if they force a will here, then Euro hit a land and they can copy it twice. 1, 2, force a will 3. So they're unlikely to get it into play in any case. Yeah, I really don't want to force a will here, so I'm just gonna let this happen. I'm just gonna try to get this value of my Krark, Ponder, Young Pyromancer play. So this is stuff, and we can't really force back. I'm just gonna let this resolve and try to ponder. If we fail, we still have it in our hand. If we hit, we for sure get another blue card of the 2 ponders. Let's see. So this is also 5 right here. I'm gonna have to do something good. They probably have another Euro to go up to 5, so the Delver won't be lethal. That still means that they have to use the Krark for the Krark. Oh, I'm gonna see. Cling to Dust was really annoying. I hope the Lightning Bolt would just be lethal with only 1 mana up from their side. Yeah, they can resolve this. They're not gonna have enough cards to replay it this turn. So they still need to have something to get these 5 damage answered. And they easily could have. I mean, anything that interacts with my creatures is basically enough. I've only cast a couple of spells this game, by the way. You get all those cantrips. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I don't think that does anything here. Right, yeah, okay. Just from having lethal maybe. I'm just gonna try to ponder again. Oh, I should have played the Scalding Tarn before this, so we can shuffle between ponders. Let's see. Force Young Pyromancer. No, I'm just gonna shuffle that. I was really looking at this one. So there's 2 things I can do here. They're not gonna have Force of Will. So I can either try to kill them with Lightning Bolt, and if that fails, I know that I should get something else with Ponder. Yeah, it leads me to have more information on my Ponder. So I'm just gonna try to Lightning Bolt him here. And if we fail twice, we could always bounce it with Karakas, just bolt them normally and attack with the Insectile Aberration, of course. I really like having Karakas with Krark. It didn't really come up here, but it gives you options to just guarantee to resolve stuff if you really need to. Okay, that was not the cleanest game from my side, but still trying to get used to this whole recording thing while playing. I don't think it's an issue of talking through my plays, because I'm always doing that. But so I really like Radic against Euro, but also we see more and more Cluttis in the sideboards of all kinds of mid-range and control decks lately. So I really like Radic as it answers both Euro and Cluttis. Of course they can Oko it, but yeah, if that's the worst thing, the best thing they can do about it, that's fine with me. Don't like a Braid if it's only hitting their Astrolabes. We don't have a lot to bring in, but our main board's already pretty set up against them. We want to cut a bunch of our lightning bolts, so we don't need that much removal. I like to keep a couple just to get Ice Fangs out of the way if we need to. could get aggressive, have more forces. I like having force will over force negation mostly because they play a bunch of creatures. Stabilize the board. Other than that, I think Flush Storm is great when they're running Abrupt Decay as one of their go-to removal spells. It might be better than one of these cards. Yeah, I'm gonna cut another Lightning Bolt and just have a bunch of Flush Storms in my deck. I'm just gonna use them aggressively on anything that I see that I can counter with them. I'm just gonna keep all the creatures because we want threats. I like the Cunning Wish plan against them if we ever find it. So Carcass did a lot of work in game 1. I was considering before this league to go up to Carcass and just cut another Field of Ruin / Wasteland, which is basically what I'm trying in that spot. It's tough because you really want to have the land destruction effect as well, but Carcass is so good. Let's see here. Our Cunning Wish is not super great in this matchup, but it's fine if we ever find a Krark. We're very heavy in forces here. Then again, we can protect our Arcanist if we find a cantrip on the draw. I think you just keep this. It's not great. I'd love to have like a cantrip over Force of Will or something, or over the land, but we work with the cards we have, so I don't think our average 6-card hand is that much better. The cantrip is great. There's a chance we want to brainstorm end of turn here, because we're gonna fetch anyway on turn 2, and I don't really want to be forced to cast a cantrip before the Arcanist on turn 3, and also if we have to use both our forces because they're doing good stuff, I want to find another blue card with brainstorm so we can pitch it and still have the brainstorm in the graveyard for Arcanist. Normally don't like brainstorming end of turn here, but almost all our cards are good post board. So we don't have that much cards we want to shuffle away. So here it's between a land, a Force of Will, or the Cunning Wish for me. I like having the Cunning Wish later in the game. It's a bit clunky early in the game, but we did find the Krark already. Yeah, I think I like the mana, so I'm going to keep both of the lands. So I'm just going to get rid of one Force of Will. Do it like that, redraw the land. I'm not going to play around back to basics or anything here. I just really want as much colored sources as I can. All the colors. I'm getting Krark online. So they don't have Abrupt Decay mana here yet. Ice Fang can be annoying next turn, but I would daze it here. See if they have the Oko or an Euro. I hope it's Oko, since I can just trade my days for it. Okay, so they have lots of Plowshares. They're gonna have to act before I attack, so fine of them to do it here. I really want to keep my Dreador Arcanist around. I think that means I just Force a Will with Cunning Wish. There's just so much value to be had if I keep this around, and just lets me have the days up for any Ice Fang or something. So let's just try it. They don't run that many Veil of Summers anymore these days, so this feels a little bit safer than it sometimes does. I'm gonna go for the Krark pre-combat. I really want to resolve this, and this lets us daze 1 mana removal spell if they somehow find colored mana. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna run out Scalding Tarn for post brainstorm. We do hit it. And have some Krark and see if we can get our value. I've seen people say this is a win more scenario, but I hope it's a win more scenario, not a lose more scenario. Let's see. Worst case, we get a brainstorm into our hand, of course. Okay, we hit it. Brainstorm. Get rid of. So it's very mana intensive what we're doing, but we're also likely to go day something. I'd like to get rid of the Dread Arcanist because we already have this in play. The only risk is them having like a Supreme Verdict or something. But I think that's fine. I'm just gonna get rid of Dread Arcanist, then land, shuffle them away, and then resolve my sequence. I'm just gonna get another non-basic. I think that's fine here. They already have a non-basic themselves. The Flush Storm is very valuable if we get a hit in with get to hit something and return it to our hand. But I actually want to spend my mana on Preordain here, I think. In any case, I'm gonna return a Scalding Tarn and a Brainstorm, since that's our worst cantrip here. And now it's between keeping up Flusterstorm to protect the double days on something. We're quite far ahead, but I also really want to spend my mana. I'm gonna keep it up. Just see how this works. This means we're protected from a lot of stuff, since the days isn't like basically a spell pierce here. That's them have to play 2 more. We get a couple of shots at that. They have a Carcass here. I don't mind them bouncing my Krark. It's annoying, but that's all they're doing. It's fine. So I'm getting a bit punished for not having Brainstorm in my hand, but I think that's fine. Just gonna cast cantrip pre-combat if we get to that. So we can have them play 2 more for the Flush Storm, or we can daze first and then storm this. Takes 2 cards, but really do love having the Dread Arcanist here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna daze this, make them tap down to 1 mana. Which means I also don't have to be afraid of Icewind Kotal this turn. Just on this. They didn't keep up fail mana, so we're safe from that. They could have their own Flush Storm for that. So we're definitely gonna play a cantrip first, I think, before casting our Krark, because we really want to get the value of Dread Arcanist here for sure. And if we Krark first, we only get 1 shot at it. If we had more mana, if we didn't have to daze this turn, I think it's fine to replay the Krark first. But in this case, we do have to fetch. We have a second land we want to get rid of, but copying Brainstorm with Dread Arcanist is less value than Ponder. So I'm just gonna Ponder first. We have to cantrip to shuffle something away if we need. I don't need another cantrip since we're already just choked on mana to get them all resolved. I do like another Pyroblast, so I'm not gonna shuffle here with the Ponder, but I am gonna shuffle with this here. Now the option is replaying the Krark this turn. Puts a lot of pressure on them, but they do have the Carcass, so only 1 flip. I'm just gonna go for the value play here. Get the attack in with the Dread Arcanist. Target the Ponder. I'm gonna fetch now because I don't want the top cards. I'm still gonna get another Volcanic Island. I'm not that afraid of basic hate here. So when we get another Dread Arcanist and we get a daze. The daze is fun if we resolve the Krark. We can, if they don't have another land drop, we can daze a 3-drop. They're likely to have another land drop. So we can't counter a 3-drop with it. Being said, it might be better than these other cards. Second Dread Arcanist is powerful. That's a lot safer against some Sorcerer Plowshares. They did show us a lot more white this game, so they could be on Terminus. But I think, yeah, that could be acceptable. I really want to keep the Pyroblast up though. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna keep the Dread Arcanist as fodder if they have answers for next turn. Just gonna stack it like this. I'm not thrilled with this, but I don't think an average 3 cards is much better here. So. And this is once again a spot where I'm gonna look to Brainstorm end of turn if I don't need the mana or anything here. Just that lets me Krark attack with Dread Arcanist and first check for flips before doing it. The ferry is annoying. I'm definitely gonna counter this here, since it'll shut off anything I want to do this turn anyway. No, Ponder is fine. So we have Dread Arlequinus on top now, which isn't doing a lot for us, but I think it was good to have it as an insurance against removal spells or sweepers. Well, it's just the best card creature we have in our deck, so why don't we want it? It's a deck that's likely looking to remove it, since if they're not removing it, they shouldn't be winning the game. I like Carcass as it protects our Krark and stuff. I'm gonna run out of Krark since I want to generate as much value as I can in these turns. I'm gonna put the Arcanist on top and draw the Carcass. I'm not planning on playing the Carcass this turn since I want colored mana as much as I can. But I like having access to it, so. So I'm just gonna run out the island, run out the Krark, and see if we hit with our Princer. There's a fun play we can do here. We could Pyroblast 2 of their lands and have the 50% chance of ending up with the Pyroblast in our hand again. So we can have that as protection. I don't think it's worth it over just trying to hit a Brainstorm here. But if we had no cantrips in our graveyard, I think that would be a fine play to make. Just to have a 50% of a Pyroblast in our hand. In a bunch of Krark here. Yeah, that's fine. I guess it was just a bad play of mine. I was so focused on the fact that I could Carcass with Krark that I forgot that they could Carcass my Krark as well. So it's fun to have this around and just be able to play it and copy it, but yeah, with that Carcass out, I don't think that's great. I do like my Carcass version Euro, since they do have a lot of cards. They are lacking second degree now, but then I think there's a big chance they do have it. And then they get it into play. It's going to be really annoying for me. Being said, I think all these other cards are better. And so they're on 3 cards. I really want to find a force here. Yeah, I think the second Dreadhorde is best card to get out here, but I don't want my top cards. I do want to find a force. I can either see 1 new card with Preordain or 2 with Ponder, and I think the top cards are fine enough that if I find a force here, I have to keep them. Another Dread Arlequinus wasn't ideal. I'm just gonna play the Delver to see if we can get some pressure going, since we're spinning our wheels a lot without really impacting their life total. Yeah, that's fine. So the best card I could find is probably Pyroblast here, but I think a Force Wheel would have been fine as well, because we have so much Dreadhorde equity already. I think it's fine to just translate this value and some safety. So here I'm not really afraid of Oko, I think. Like either a Flip Delver plus Bolt takes care of it, or if they hit my Dreadhorde Arcanist, the Flip Delver will take care of it. I think it's fine. I hope they hit my Arcanist, since I have 2 more, and it finally allows me to get some pressure on them. Of course, it will be better if they just have an Oko or just didn't have any interesting play at all, but for what they have here, I think this is fine. This gives us a bunch of pressure in play. Finding the Force Will, so we can also protect our pressure. This is just great. Now we get to kill the Oko and have a bunch of pressure in play. I don't think the Oko was that great for them here. Still concerned about the Sweeper, but I want to have the pressure on it, and they need a sweeper this turn. Since next turn I'm already getting an extra card of my Arcanist, so I think it's just worth it to play it here. I am gonna keep the Preordain around, since I'm not sure what I want here. Second Oko. They have one card left. So this is gonna make them a food and die, or it's gonna make this into another 3/3, which gives me 9 damage in play. Yeah, this. I really do think Oko is a lot worse of a card than Euro. Euro would have been annoying as hell, and Oko is just like, yeah, doing stuff, but really impacting my already small creatures. Fire Blast is great if they find some other good card. Here, I'm just gonna attack the Oko for 6. Attack them with it. I know I'm not putting a lot of pressure on their life total now, but this is just costing them cards. And since we have Dreadlord Arcanist going, we're just steamrolling this game. They really need something like a Euro that gets through this. So I don't like that card. I think the best card now, because we already have Fire Blast, is like Relic of Progenitus. That's my main concern. It's nice to have a second threat if they do find a sweeper, but I don't think it's good enough to cards here. Shuffle, find another land. It's worse than the fetch land we had on top, but that's fine. So I'm definitely gonna fire off the Preordain now. See what we have, and I need in my graveyard for the Arcanist next turn anyway. So we have 7 damage. 6 is this is 13. So Pyromancer is lethal next turn. They only have 1 card. I don't want another Arcanist since I already have one in reserve, but I am gonna play the young Pyromancer to have 1 turn lethal. That's definitely worth overextending here. They have 1 card. We have protection, Power Blast, and with Power Blast and Force of Will. And even worst case, we're still having a bunch of stuff in play. So let me calculate. So this is 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Fire Blast, Lightning Bolt wouldn't be enough. But I like countering Brainstorms, and I think we win here almost guaranteed no matter what we do. But like if they fight over this, we can force a will back and we win guaranteed. So now we force a will this Lightning Bolt before end of turn, and we have lethal in play. And we got the match. 2-0 so far. I'm gonna make this a short recording again. I'm still testing out my settings, testing out a lot of stuff. So give me feedback if you have anything like, am I speaking clearly enough? Is my camera decent? I mean, you're not here for the camera, you're here for the gameplay, I guess. But just let me know. If you saw the round 1, let me know if you think the audio is an improvement. Is there something else that you're like, oh, work on this? Are there some noises coming through that are messing up the audio, or do I sometimes fall away because I don't speak loud enough? Just let me know and I can fix those things for the coming matches. For now, I'm just gonna keep it at this. Just looking for feedback, and I'll see you next time, I hope. Thank you.